there, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love reading for November 2019. My oldest cat, Sabby, is being a little chirpy. Got the window open. We got some fresh air coming in, so we might have some feline activity. The Lyons boys. Oh, and if you're new to my channel, I am Mark Angela Lyons, your reader for the moment. President of Drawing the Circle Productions. Professional witch, professional intuitive, and damn good at it. For the well-being of all, damn good at it. For my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and following along. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark so I can do super live chat, and you know me, I'm going to do that rather often. So please, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And for those of you new to the channel, let me just define a little bit what a Path of True Love reading is. It's about you. Other people may pop up in it. Other people may occur to you while you are watching it. But this is about your spiritual path, your healing path, your life path as seen through the lenses of your relationships, right? All different types of relationships, not always so immediate, romantic, sexual. There are plenty of cards in the decks that I work with to indicate that. So go in with an open mind. If it is not your reading, you will know. Go with your gut. I know I'm saying that to an air sign, but go with your gut. If it doesn't resonate, it's just not your reading. Maybe some of it is, some of it isn't. You know, that is the work of the watcher, right? The one who's watching these vids is like, well, no, and whether it's a denial or not, you'll see in the long run, right? But sometimes it's just not your reading. That's why I always do like Sun, Moon, Rising as a basis, right? Like all of the zodiacal signs, I do that. But then, you know, like I did Mercury for the Mercury retrograde and Samhain ones, which those were, wow, trigger warnings for sure. These not so much. So, you know, check out your other signs. It's not, your Venus sign is in this one. The spread that I'm doing is different every time I do this or I get ready to. My guides are like, do this differently. So I am. Oh, and you may notice for my returning subscribers, my viewers, that my camera is different. Yeah, it's all a little bit different. Mercury retrograde hit me big time November 1st. And so found a workaround that actually works so much better. Isn't that just like the best part of Mercury retrograde, when something goes kerflooey and you make it work, and it works for you in a much better way, right? So what I am going to do is I am going to pull one card from 7 different decks. You'll see as we go. All the decks are in the bottom of my description box below. Please do check them out, as well as the description box itself. I am a Virgo. I am meticulous about my description box. I just put the link in there for a 5 workshop series, 5-class workshop series that I did called the Path of True Love on Vimeo. They're $10 each to watch. You can watch them in any order, but I do recommend doing them in order because they do build upon one another, and they're the foundation for the new book. My third book, the Path of True Love from a Professional Witch. I just chatted with my editor, Jill, today. She did my first 2 books. She did Spell Ingredients and Words of Grace, which are also in the box below. So you might get a little bit of a foundation. It's actually me teaching, because I was really a public speaker and a teacher. I always had clients, but that's why this death and rebirth that my career went through this past year, I'm so glad to be doing this, right? Gemini, 3rd house, self-expression. So much fun. This is so much fun. So we good? Yeah, we're going to be talking divine masculine, divine feminine here, but it's your internal divine masculine, divine feminine. If it relates to somebody else, it relates to somebody else, but then there's a mirroring process in place, either a direct mirror, what's called the mirror of now, or mirror of judgment, or a mirror of loss. You know, go watch a great video, Greg Braden, the 7 Essene mirrors, E-S-S-E-N-E, dealing with the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that stuff. Really interesting stuff. So we ready? Yeah, my guides are saying, okay, let's do this. So let's do this. Please take a deep breath. Not just because you're an air sign, but it's just so essential to even unconsciously be aware that every time you inhale, you're breathing in everything you need. Every time you exhale, you're letting go of everything you don't, but not all at once, right? Like, you're not going to inhale everything at once, and you're not going to exhale everything at once. It's that process of ebb and flow, moving the prana, moving the chi. So if something does trigger you here, and it can, not so much as those Samhain reads, those were rough. But, you know, whatever comes up, even if you're feeling good, breathe in it, breathe through it, breathe into it. Cool, cool. All right, here we go. My collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, can we please have one archetype card? The main archetype that this Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign needs to develop, needs to alchemize from lead to gold on the path of true love for November 2019. And there it is. Woo! The Don Juan, the power of seduction. All right, let's have a look-see at this. Usually I start with the light, and then I read the shadow. Since those Samhain reads, they were like, nope, this is better this way. It's like, let's get the well, you got some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? Well, from now on, we're doing the bad news first. So this is the challenge, right? This is what you came into when you incarnated into this life, or at least for this period of November 2019 that you are going to be dealing with. Shadow attribute. Using the power of romantic attraction for a private agenda, which means usually stringing somebody along to get what you want without being upfront and honest. Girl, guy, used car salesman, selling you a lemon like it's a Rolls fucking Royce, right? The power of seduction, in this case, yes, it's talking about a romantic, right? A romantic attraction. But do you ever have one of those salesmen that are hot and they know they're hot and they could sell, they could sell you the air you're already breathing, right? Be aware of that within yourself. What is your hidden agenda? What is it that you're trying to get over on? You're lubing up somebody for something. And it's not great in the shadow. Now, if that's not what you're dealing with, then really, really, really focus on the light. The light attribute spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. So what are your positive, seductive qualities? Well, for example, when you are really loving yourself, right? You talk into that child within your heart and just like, I love you, you are so wonderful, you're doing the best job, right? Giving yourself those heartfelt compliments, right? What that does is it makes you more seductive on a spiritual level to draw into you the right people, places, circumstances, partners, romance, and obviously with the Don Juan card we're looking. See, like I said, there are cards in these texts that will tell you this is about romance, sexuality, but that to use the power of your own seduction in a healthy way. Now, this is the main energy, right? This is the main card for this spread. Every other deck we use is going to be about clarifying that, and it will build upon itself. Shall we? Let's ask the angels. Healing with the Angels Oracle. Dorian Virtue. I've had this deck, feels like forever, since the Precambrian age. Here we go. My angels, please, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video in terms of this Don Juan archetype, alchemizing it from lead to gold for this month of November 2019. Please, a card of clarity. A new beginning. So the Don Juan is using the two ways to read this, both can be true. It could be either or both. That the Don Juan is using their seductive quality, lead or gold, to get a new beginning. That's the either. The or would be that they're getting a new beginning. Like they're getting a new beginning to do this right, to really use their seductive power with a clear agenda for all involved. There's nothing like being seduced by somebody that you've agreed to be seduced by when they are open and honest and honorable. It's lovely, actually. It's like, would you like me to seduce you? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Everybody wants a lover like that. Oh, I really should have nailed George Michael when I had the chance. God, I loved him. I looked like him when I was a teenager. Everybody's like, hey, God, you look like George Michael. I'm like, thank you. I did. Not so much now. Good. I look like me. Thank you very much. Now, this is one of the new things. Ooh, plus we got a new deck we're doing for this. We're going to look at the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Remember, I said we were going to do that. But we're looking at the divine masculine and the divine feminine within you, right? Your own internal masculine, feminine balance. How exciting. And we're going to do that with the goddesses. I'm asking, usually I do this for the gods collective, but this is the goddess collective here that we're going to be asking for clarity on, right? So let's clarify. Oh my goddesses, please. How about I say it first? You can bring that back up around if you want. Oh my goddesses, please, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign that's watching this, or cross-watcher. Please, one card in clarity about this Don Juan archetype with a new beginning. What's going on in their divine feminine? Oh, yes. Shakti, the life dancer, the last card in the major arcana before it reboots as the dreamer in this deck. You can see this card as the universe of the fool. So it does make sense that you're wrapping something up. Your divine feminine has reached 12 midnight on something and is ready to start a brand new day. Blessed be, and hence that new beginning. So that's in the internal world, the yin, right? The psychological, the soul, the stuff behind the castle wall, if you so desire. Let's ask the divine masculine for what the gods of what's going on with your divine masculine, your will, right? Your desire, your thoughts, your actions, your outward moving. What's going on, Obadiah? They just like scratching shit in the house, and that's okay. They're my boys. Balthazar, Melchior. What is it? Sabby, Belzy, Melky, right? Oldest to youngest. Follow me on Instagram. I'm often posting pictures of them because it's like living in a fucking cartoon around here with these three. My three sons. Da 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 da, what the fuck you doing over there? Da da, whatever. All right, here we go. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. What is going on with the divine masculine for our gems here for November 2019 on the path of true love? No, those were two. No, sometimes the cards get slippery. I would be glad to have that one come around if that's what's supposed to come around, but I want to be sure. I want to have to choose between two. This is for the divine masculine. Oh, it's a Gemini. No. Boundaries in place for clarity, please. One card. There we well, the Queen of Cups. That was not the card that was of the two that I was looking at, but the other one was a King. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Cups. So the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio card. Now, I know other readers say, oh, Queen of Cups. They say Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this deck, like the Daughters of the Moon, are very succinct about zodiacal reference because they put it right on the card, and the symbolism here of the snake, the thinky think. This is Scorpio, right? I believe this is Helen of Troy. Oh yeah, she's holding the apple. This is Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world. Orlando Bloom. That's a very specific reference. If you know it, comment in the box below. Yeah, but her eyes are closed. She's staring into her cup, something hidden. So the divine masculine is being really hidden about their emotions right now. So, regardless of who you are, in your yin, you're done. Complete. Ding. Time's up. It's cake. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Completed cycle, something really learned, and you're in this new beginning, but on the outside you are not letting on, right? Because of other people's resources, right? It's Scorpio, the 8th house, other people's resources and mysticism. So money, sex, power, all about other people's resources, how you exchange that with them. But something definitely hidden, you're not letting on about how you feel. Oh, geez. Really, Gemini? You do that? I pick on Geminis. I've slept with more air signs than I ever should have in this life, but you know, hey, what you gonna do, right? I only know about the sun signs, a couple of moon signs stuck in there too, Gemini moons. Sneaky fucks. Not you, though. Okay, let's ask the masters what's going on here, shall we? Please, my masters, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective sun, Moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. Considering we've got the collective indicating the Don Juan archetype, healthy or unhealthy seduction. The angels are talking about new beginning, the goddesses about the divine feminine. In Shakti, the life dancer, the destruction of the old and the beginning of the new, like right there. And with that new beginnings card, that makes total sense. But the gods are talking about the divine masculine. It's just covert, 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 covert. Covert, 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 hiding something, masking. Now, to me, immediately what pops up with that is then there's possibly some covert narcissism going on there, that there is deception going on there. And so so you'll know that by are you using your seductive powers to manipulate to it with a hidden agenda. Right, the power of a romantic attraction for private agenda. So my masters, you know this better than all of us. You are actually in the game of life on Earth. So please, one card of clarity for this Gemini collective. This one. Trust. Trust. Prince. Batman album. Yeah, I've got a DJ. Hermes is my DJ. He just spins them into my head as needed. With the trust card there, you know, it's somebody jumping with the parachute. It's taking a leap, and particularly with this new beginning here, with all the covertness of the divine masculine part of you here. And yes, if you are dealing with a Scorpio that is doing that to you, then absolutely look at, if you're not doing that yourself, if you're just being like wide open and honest about everything, but you're dealing with a Scorpio or somebody who's being scorpionic, and you hate that, that is a mirror of judgment. Allow the judgment to rise within you, because underneath all judgment, there is a golden nugget of intuition. Something's off here, right? But if we just repress the judgment or get possessed by the judgment, we never get to that gold. So think of this nugget of gold with a thin layer of lead around it, right? So that little film of judgment, that if you love yourself and allow yourself to feel that judgment, and underneath it can be pain, underneath it can be rage, underneath it can be anything, then as that melts away, you know, after the crying, after the raging, do not act on it, just feel it, let that voice be heard. It's okay to feel judgmental about this, it's okay to fucking hear this. Then out of that, when the clouds clear, is that, oh no, something's just off here and it's in my belly, right? I can feel it. Something's being hidden, something's being deceptive here. So then also saying to trust your truth, trust your gut. Don't trust your fear, alchemize your fear. Don't, that you may very well have trust issues, and you know, who the fuck doesn't in this world? But the path of true love, you're not being asked to trust in someone else, even so much to trust in yourself, but to trust in the divine within yourself, that everything is happening to help you. Everything in the quantum hologram of life on planet Earth is happening to help us. And we readily accept that and believe that we manifested it when it's something that helps us in a way that we like. And we completely deny that's possible and either beat ourselves up because it didn't go the way we want, or we just hate the whole fucking system. So, you know, that's the balance of it all. Fifth dimensional unity consciousness says that everything in this world is here to help us, because it is an externalization of our own interior worlds. So while your interior world, the divine feminine, is going through this complete cycle, I am done, the outside, you're just being like, right? Because of trust. Because of trust. And so your own trustworthiness with this Don Juan in its shadow, if that's you, you have a new beginning here. You have a new beginning. Are you trustworthy? Do you say what you're going to do? Do you make plans and then bail, or make plans and know you're bailing but then lie about it, right? Because if you're done, you're done. If you're done with the situation, you're done with your situation. Trust that that's the right thing, and then just move forward. But if you're ghosting people, that's on you. Just, it happens all the time. And then you're just going to repeat it over and over and over again, not as a karmic punishment, but because that's the contract you came in to fulfill. Yeah, some of you, this is being done to you. I hear that too, right? It's like, and so you're keeping silent. You're done because you've been abused in some way, shape, or form. or you've been neglected in some way, shape, or form, or you've been codependent or codepended upon in some way, shape, or form. So, of course, your trust issues would be here, but trust in the divine. Trust in the path. The path is bringing you everything you need, just not always the way you want and not always when you want. And that's why we're going to ask the higher selves of all involved with the Whispers of Love Oracle. All right, breathe. That was a lot. I know, that was a mouthful for me too. I'm sure it was an earful for you to hear. So please, the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. We've got the Don Juan, we've got the New Beginnings, we've got the World card, Shakti the Life Dancer, we've got the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, and we've got Trust. Please, what say you for this Gemini collective watching this Path of True Love November 2019? You are limitless. I love this card. You are limitless. You are limitless. You are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So yes, you can absolutely choose to be secretive about this. Yes, you can absolutely choose to use your shadow power. That is totally up to you. The script is written. The soul is the actor that plays the character of the personality, dealing with the lead of the ego to evolve it and transform it and transmute it into that of the higher self. Up to you. Totally free. You are limitless. But that also means that you can be limitless in your trust of the divine, and I sense on the path of true love as well. You can trust the path, whether it brings you what you want or not. It's all happening to help you heal, grow, evolve, become the best that you could be for the well-being of all. Now, the new deck. Breathe. The Journey of Love Oracle. I love this deck. Now, I just got this when I went to Saratoga to visit my family a week or two ago. I went to the Magic Moon on Fila Street in Saratoga Springs. Go say hi to Veronica and family there. If you're there, tell them Mark says hi. Mal says hi. Mark says hi. I love them there. I always pop in for a visit. Next time I go up for the holidays, I think I'm going to be doing readings there. So I'll work that out with Veronica. Yeah, I love reading people face to face. It's what I cut my teeth on, right? So this deck, because it's new for me, I'm just going to read it from a book. Oh, and the author, there's an author, an artist, and a poet that collaborated here. So Alana Fairchild, Rassouli, Rassouli, and Richard Cohn, Cohn. So we started asking the collective gods, masters, teachers, all of them. We're going to do the same for this one, and then I'm going to read it from the book for you, and they're just amazing. Like, I wouldn't have integrated it into this set of reads. I did it for the True Lovers Collective read too. Unless every single time I drew a card for this in my own personal situations, it wasn't just like, not just dead on accurate, but so touching and so right on. Like, it hit the masculine and feminine, the head and the heart. Like, wow, it really blew me away. One of them moved me to tears. I was like, this deck is amazing. So that's why I'm bringing it in for the Path of True Love. So let's have a look-see. Dooksy, shall we, my Geminis? Please breathe. My collective pantheon of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Oh, this feels good. Please, one card. A Journey of Love card for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019, please. Considering we've got the Don Juan, considering we've got the all y'all together saying the Don Juan archetype needs some alchemy. The angels saying new beginning to do that. The goddesses are saying the internal is done, cycle completed. The gods are saying the divine masculine is keeping it secret, keeping it safe. The masters are talking about trust. Trust in who, trust in what? To trust that the higher self says that you are limitless. So what is your Journey of Love card? Coming together. Takes timing. Coming together, and if you look at that, you can't even well, I guess you can see a little bit who's the male, who's the female in there, but their faces are obscured because the light within both of them is reaching and connecting. So that's just really pretty. Card number 66. Let's have a look at 66. Now there is a description. There's telling you what the oracle is saying. Then there is a poem at the end, and the poems really I find helpful. All right, coming together. Wonder coffee. God, I love my coffee. The way I make it. You want to come up? All right, quickie. It's the Mal and Sabby show. Yay! Kermit arms on kitty. I love you. I love you. Go play. He's always wanting to make a cameo. All right. Oh, I had to close the book. So sorry. When my sons want me, what are you going to do? They're just not allowed to walk on the table, so I figure if I pick them up and squish their heads, give them kisses, they'll stop doing it. 65, 66, coming together. You and another soul are coming into each other's worlds. It is a karmic destiny that is unfolding, an expression of a divine plan set in motion many lifetimes ago. All right, so we're already talking about a past life thing here, but that use of the word karmic, right? Karmic, like, don't we consider karmic relationships to be like just wholly negative, right? But this could be twin flame in that sense, that they're turbulent, that they're transformative. We'll see, right? This might just be the language they're using. That destiny may have a romantic purpose, all right? So you're bringing together, and that destiny may have a romantic purpose. It may have a sacredness that is sexual. It may have a sacredness that is creative, tender, about learning, self-esteem, or courage. It may bring a gift of enduring friendship and loyalty, or be an expression of a passing flash of divine force that shakes your foundation and helps move you out of a situation which would have consumed your light with tediousness and playing small. Coming together is happening, however. No, it is love. So it doesn't say it's a new person. It doesn't say it's an old person. It just says you and another soul are coming into each other's world. So if you're in separation with somebody, that kind of indicate that could be somebody brand new. But again, with that Don Juan archetype, right? It's like you get the opportunity to do this right, because this is obviously a sexual second chakra, but heart chakra soul thing, according to this. This is a past life thing. And if it is a karmic, here's your opportunity to never have to do it the old way, right? To play small, to be dishonorable. This oracle brings guidance. You are going to be moved by love, whether it is long-term or fast and furious. Sorry, now I have the movie franchise in my head. It is love, and it has meaning. Let it be what it is, and do not try to force it to become what you think it must be. It has worth, as do you. We all do. We are the hidden children of the gods. Our unworthiness, it's the ego, it's the illusion, it's the separation from the divine within ourselves, the brick wall that we ourselves constructed, but that in itself is made of shadow. Enjoy the experience and know it serves your growth. Here's the poem. Two energy patterns came together, a shared frequency in a field of possibilities, and there was resonance. Soul resonance. You ever watch Soul Eater? Maca. Wow. Yeah, this is steamy, this is secret, but let's start from the beginning. So the collective pantheons are saying that you got this Don Juan archetype that you must look at if you are to walk the path of true love. You're going to walk the path of true love anyway if you're watching this. So to just really, really focus in on your power of seduction, alchemizing it from lead to gold. All about hidden agenda. If you tell the person ahead of time, look, I have a hidden agenda, and here it is. It's no longer a hidden agenda. I just can't keep my hands, my eyes, my lips off of you, but I'm not committing to shit. I'm just going where this goes. And if then they have the opportunity, but if you're promising gold and handing them lead, no bueno, right? But that you get a new beginning here. You get a new beginning in a relationship. And again, new beginning can be somebody brand new, but can be somebody that you go towards. This doesn't feel like they come to you. This feels like you go to them, right? Because your inner female, your own divine feminine inside of you is like, okay, I've learned this lesson. Let's put it into play, right? I've learned this. I'm getting a new beginning here. Let's come clean. Let's do this right. But the divine masculine is like, yeah, but nobody needs to fucking know about it. This is my personal stuff. This is my own personal life. Do not need to put it all over social media. But just make sure, whoever it is that you're seducing, that you're not hiding this shit from them. Come clean or don't come at all. Otherwise, you're going to do more harm than good to yourself and to the other person, and Lord knows what other fallout will come. And I'm not talking about karmic retribution, like the gods are going to squish you like Monty Python foot. But that you're just going to have to repeat this cycle again. You have this opportunity to do this in a new way. But can you trust? Can you trust yourself? Can you trust the process? Can you trust this other person to be willing and open? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But the message from your higher self is, but you're limitless anyway. No matter what happens, you can choose what you want to do. No matter what happens going in, before, during, after, you are limitless. You can choose. Why? Because there is a coming together here, and it is scheduled, written into the script of yours and this other person's life. What will come of it? Who knows? Will it be a long-term thing? Who knows? It actually said in the book, could be a lifelong thing, could be an intense, passionate flash. But just know going in, if you're offering lifetime instead of a reason, right? Reason, season, lifetime, whatever timing you look at that way, you really have to be upfront about that yourself. And then, of course, be upfront with the other person. Now, it may certainly seem like a bit of a boner killer to say that before the seduction, but you'll find a way. Call to your gods, your angels, your masters, your teachers, your higher selves. Go, I don't know how to do this. I accept that I do not know how to seduce positively. I don't know how to do this without a positive agenda, so I call upon the universe, my guides, my masters, my teachers, my higher selves to do it through me. Do it for me on my behalf for the well-being of all that I am now, and so it is. That's surrendering to the divine, but it is an active surrender, where then the divine, you follow your intuition. And you know what you learned? I feel like you learned your lesson here. Hear this on a deep goal set level, gut, soul level, but that the mind, right, is still like, well, I don't, no one needs to fucking know about this. So there's still some covert shit going on here that's not good. So really, and this is not an offense to anybody, and I know I'm going to get some thumbs down for this and some unsubscriptions from some people, but if it hits them that way, then it's probably true. If you are a covert narcissist, please Google it. Or if any of this like hits you that way, covert narcissism is tricky. I just got rid of a shit ton of them in my life, because overt narcissists, you come for me, you better sharpen your claws. I will bless the fuck out of you. Oh, you should see some of the ones that I've dealt with before, what happened to them well after they were gone from my life. Man, it was nasty. Talk about vampire meltdown, horrible, right? But that you have the opportunity to really heal this, because this is about self-worth, and this is saying that you are worthy of it all. Even this card is saying you are worthy of it all. But if you have been a victim too, remember that even if it's covert narcissists, just do the research. They come off as very humble and very demure, but they have a subtle but still present sense of entitlement, a smugness, and they're wearing a mask, right? And that's what concerns me here, this Scorpio hidden stuff. Now, I have Scorpios in my life that are balls to the wall, truthful, and I love that. It's like, go ahead, try and hurt my feelings. I'd rather know the truth than a Scorpio stinger. I was raised with that. My older brother Matthew's a Scorpio. You know, private, that's fine, but private agendas in relationships, that's not fine. So let me give you a blessing. I haven't done them for every reading so far. You're only the third, but here we go anyway. May the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Sorry, did I say Scorpio, moon, cancel? We'll fast forward that to later. May the Gemini collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love, particularly dealing with this Don Juan archetype, that they're getting this new beginning, because inside they have learned the lesson, they've completed the cycle. On the outside, they're not so sure they want anybody to know, and there's a little tendency there to go back to old patterns. But if they trust, they will find that they are limitless, because this coming together is scripted for the well-being of all. So may they be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for November 2019 and beyond, for the well-being of all. And so it is. Breathe. Don't it make you feel good? I love you so much, my Geminis. Again, for the newbies, please do like and subscribe. Get me to those 1,000 subscribers so I can do super live chat so we can talk back and forth. Cool, cool, cool. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of November 2019. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be. I'll say it for the other twin too. Blessed be.